Today we're going to be talking about how to manifest your specific person. And this idea of self-sabotage, you might actually be doing this right now. If you haven't yet broken through, you want to take a look at these things I'm referring to, because a part of you actually might be resisting the result and not even realizing that you're doing this. So this is a really important video to watch if you are looking to make a breakthrough as fast as possible. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, veronicaisles.com is the place to go. I have a specific person workshop package. I'd be happy to help you one-on-one manifest your specific person. I also have amazing self-study courses at veronicaisles.teachable.com. So let's talk about self-sabotage. You may wonder, why on earth would I keep myself from actually being with my specific person? But you might be doing this unknowingly. The problem is you might be so used to disappointment in terms of a relationship, in terms of this specific person, so used to failure, so used to having this person let you down, that you're almost uncomfortable with the idea of actually succeeding. I know logically you're probably not. Logically you're probably saying, I want it now, I want it yesterday, of course I want it, I don't want to keep myself from it. But the part of you that is so stuck in this routine of failure is comfortable in these lack-filled results, is comfortable with disappointment, thinks that that is where you are supposed to be. And this is where sabotage comes in. Now, self-sabotage is when you're not allowing yourself to see the result fulfilled because it feels uncomfortable. It feels uncomfortable to be that winner. It feels uncomfortable to change in that way. So if you want to make sure that you do not self-sabotage yourself and you actually see this through, you need to admit that you are ready 100% for change. Because when you get this specific person to say everything you've been wanting to hear, do everything you want, propose marriage to you, want that committed relationship, want to show you off, want to call you all the time, that is going to be huge and profound change. Because right now you're probably experiencing the exact opposite, 100% the opposite, the polar opposite. None of that. So think about it. Your life would change so much. Things you would think about, talk about with other people, it would change. Everything would change because you'd no longer be the sad person who is single, who can't get their specific person to commit. You would be thinking about other stuff, all these things you usually worry about, all these things that consume your time, all of these frustrations that you're used to having. Poof, it would all be gone. Are you really ready for change on such a level? Prepare yourself for such change. Proclaim it, even proclaim it out loud. Say, if I got everything I have been wanting within this relationship right now, I would not reject it. I would embrace it. So this would be huge change. You would have so much more free time. What would you talk about with your friends? What would you do? What would you dwell upon? What would you suddenly do with all of this space in your mind, in your heart? Now, another thing is when you're actually with this person, things would change in the way that you would not have nearly as much time to yourself. Now, this may sound exciting because you may be like, I don't like being alone. I don't want to do things alone. I want to do things with my specific person. But you would be with this person all the time in a way that would occupy your time, that would be, again, the polar opposite of what you currently have. Are you prepared to be a half of a whole instead of just an independent person? Are you ready to actually have that shift, to actually have that change? Again, logically, you might say, well, of course I want that. Of course I love that. Of course I want to have a companion to do everything with. But remember, this is all the time. This is different. This is every single moment. Like you would suddenly have someone else to answer to, in a sense. You wouldn't just do things on your own. You wouldn't just go this way, go that way. You would have someone else to think about. That's another big change. Now, your body resists change on a subconscious level. Like, we like our routines, we like our habits, we like things in a pattern. And if we've been repeating these patterns of being a single person or being a person who is being disappointed in terms of relationships, or a person who is being let down by their specific person, by their love interest, this is a deep pattern and a deep imprint, something that has been a part of you, a part of who you are, a part of what you carry around, a part of your baggage for a really long time. And your body is going to be resistant to this. It's going to need help in terms of adapting to this newfound vibration. Negative vibrations are at such a low frequency that it doesn't cause the body to do much work. Positive vibrations, vibrations of abundance, it takes a lot more effort. So your body by nature wants to be lazy. It wants to be in a victim mode. It wants to complain because it's a lot less work, a lot less effort. So we get stuck in these patterns that our body identifies with. It feels comfortable in these lack-filled patterns. So we need to be very mindful, very aware of really being ready to break through, really being ready to break these old patterns. So it's going to take determination. It's going to take persistence. Because at moments you're going to want to give up just because you might be so close that your body is like, I don't want to change. So you might find yourself resisting for the mere fact that by attaining abundance, it would be so completely different. And you almost wouldn't know what to do in a sense. It's like when you get something and you're so shocked that you actually got it, that you're stunned in a sense. You don't know what to do. So really be mindful and aware and ready for this change. You want this change. You can have it. You can even recite out loud that you are ready. And I think just practicing simple mindfulness, that a part of you is going to resist something really good happening to you. And this might sound weird, but it would be different. It would be new. It would be fresh. So try to embody this idea of change already. This idea of breaking out of habits, breaking out of routines. That's why I always say to embrace just new in your life. New hair, new route to work, talking to new people. Things that you've been putting off, cleaning, reorganizing, changing where things are. New. Because you want to signal that you are ready. You are ready for change in the biggest form. This same technique can be applied to suddenly having a lot of money, suddenly having health where you no longer have ailments, suddenly having that perfect body. Remember, if you've been stuck in an area of lack for a really long time, there's going to be a part of you that's going to be really resistant to actually having this have movement in a different direction because it's used to the routine, it's used to the habit, it's used to the old pattern. Even if the old pattern wasn't serving you, it's used to it and it feels comfort within that. So you are going to want to get out of your comfort zone, break free, and be ready for this change. And you can do it. Simple awareness, observations, looking out for the things that I mentioned. That's going to help you a ton. I hope this could help. I am Veronica. VeronicaIsles.com is where you can learn more about me and do my one-on-one coaching. You can enroll in my communications course, how to attract constant text messages, phone calls, and social media shoutouts by your specific person. VeronicaIsles.teachable.com. Have a lovely day.